Hello guys, how are we doing? And today we're going to be talking Vinted reselling and how you, watching this video, can make thousands of pounds doing it every single month. Vinted reselling is getting big now. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's saying you can make money here, you can make money there, but no one knows properly how to do it. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a full run through of how you can turn £100 into £10,000 in the next few months and exactly how you can do it. So Vinted is absolutely massive. I think we can all agree on it. A quarter of the UK's using it. It's one of the fastest growing apps in the last few years, and it's the best place to make profit selling items, in my personal opinion. I personally buy dozens of pairs of shoes every single day on Vinted to resell, and I make thousands of pounds every month, and I can tell you now, this method is foolproof. Whether you're looking to get into reselling shoes, vintage clothing, Ralph Lauren knits, puffer jackets, even video games, this video is going to be a complete run through of how you can get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a Vinted account. Head over to Vinted, sign up, and get yourself started up over there. One of my favourite things about this Vinted reselling model is you can get straight into it. As soon as you've got that Vinted account, you're ready to go. We can get started straight away, buying things, ready to make some profit. So at this point, you now have to decide what you want to be buying and reselling. For the sake of this video, I'm going to use shoes, but whatever I say, it's transferable across to your different niches. So if I'm talking about buying shoes, imagine it's a jacket if it's jackets that you want to be reselling. In terms of picking a niche, I'd honestly say pick something you've got some sort of interest in, because if you don't have any interest in it, you're going to have no motivation or commitment to push hard and take things to the next level. For example, if you're big into climbing and hiking, focus specifically on climbing and hiking jackets and climbing and hiking wear like Arc'teryx, Rab, Patagonia, because not only are you interested in it, you're also likely to have a baseline knowledge. You're going to know what people want, know what sells, and generally just have an advantage over picking something you've got completely no idea about. So once you've decided what you want to sell, you now have to type that into Vinted. For example, Nike shoes or Rab jackets, and set it to newly listed. Setting it to newly listed is absolutely crucial, and it's the way this whole method works. You're then going to refresh the page a lot of times. You need to make a habit of this. Instead of when you go onto your phone and scroll on TikTok, you want to be scrolling on Vinted, refreshing the newly listed pages, because you'll get every single new item that people put up, and you're able to access insane steals before other people do. Now, this all depends what niche you pick. For example, with Nike shoes, every single time you refresh it, even if it's a couple of seconds apart, there's going to be new ones going up. Whereas, say if you go for a niche one, like we were talking about Rab jackets, you might get one going up every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes. So you could adapt the way you look differently. However, the advantage of picking a smaller niche is that there's not going to be as many people going for, say, Rab jackets as there are for Nike shoes. So it is all relative, and you have to work out what works best for you. So this is the point where you're going to be looking for profitable items. Now, it's hard for me to tell you exactly what's profitable because it's completely different, and there's millions of profitable items out there. You basically want to do some background research. As you're scrolling, if you see an item that looks to be in good condition and fairly good price, have a look on eBay, have a look at Vinted on the not newly listed, at some of the older listings which have got a lot of favorites. See how much it's selling for. If you're just starting out and you want to make some guaranteed profit, I'd go on the low end of that. Keep your expectations low. Try to buy as low as you can. If you start out and you've got some unprofitable items, then this can be very, very demotivating. Before we carry on this video, I am going to mention that I do have a course on how to resell effectively. For a very, very small fee, you can learn exactly how to get started, set up every single thing you need to know, all the stuff I wish I knew when I started that I've now used to be able to scale up to £10,000 a month with live calls, hours and hours of in-depth video analysis, 24-hour chat forums, and thousands of words in written documents. It is the place to be if you're looking to get started reselling. It's Black Friday. I've launched a sale. It's the top link in the description. Next up, go through and buy the items that you think are going to be profitable. A little bit of advice, I would definitely recommend delivering your items to home. It's so much less hassle than going and picking them up from the collection points, and it only costs an extra £1. The first thing you want to do when these items come in is do a quick legit check. There are a lot of fakes out there on Vinted, and it is practically impossible to avoid them. For example, if I get 30 pairs of shoes coming in there every day, it's likely that one of them is going to be fake. This isn't a problem, however, as Vinted offer full support and you can get your guaranteed money back. So just have a look, check if it's fake, go to some forums, other sources. Basically, you don't want to be dealing with any fakes whatsoever, as especially if you're starting out, it's going to tarnish your business from the get-go. So now you've got your authentic items with you and ready to go. Now there is two paths here that you could take, and one of them is an extremely untapped market that I've discovered and works extremely well. So you could resell the items back onto Vinted, eBay, Depop, etc. This This is excellent. You're going to sell the items for as much money as you physically can. Get the best photos of your items, whether it's shoes, jackets, steam the jackets, clean the shoes, get them looking pristine, take well-lit photos, present your items as well as possible, because I guarantee you, presentation is one of the key factors in making your items stand out. For example, take a look at the picture of these shoes I've just taken, and now compare it to this picture of the same shoes on the same background, where the shoes are just slightly better lit and better presented. They look far better, they're more likely to get attention, clicks, and you're more likely to sell them for a profit, which is what we're aiming to do here. Realistically, there's loads of videos out there on how to resell items back to Vinted or just list items on Vinted. That's not so complicated. However, the second pathway I was talking about was live stream selling, and this is massive. It's a completely untapped market. You've got Tilt and Whatnot in the UK, which are the two places you'll be best to do this. I have personally always used Tilt, and I can't rate it highly enough. So what makes it so good? I run all my items on £1 no reserves. You might think this is ridiculous and risky. Every item starts at £1 and is bidded up over a 10-second period, with the timer resetting every single time you get a bid, basically meaning that in a minute or so from when I list the item, it is sold every single time. This means I can sell 40 to 60 items every single time I go live for an hour or so, which is absolutely nuts. Your profit margins will be slightly lower. For example, say a pair of shoes that's normally worth £40 on Vinted is likely to go for more the £30 to £35 range. But if you work out some maths and realise the scale and quantity that you're able to push, it is absolutely nuts. It's a whole new world of reselling that is extremely untapped, and that is the unique part about this video. There are loads of things that can help you push up the prices of your items. For example, having a hype stream, your title, your background, the way you present your products, and it is all important. But also just stream experience is massively important. Getting to grips with being comfortable in front of that camera, selling an item. A lot of the prices can just be down to you as a seller. If you're very good at promoting the product, showing what you've got well, explaining it in detail, people are more comfortable with buying the product and paying a premium. So if you're happy to push through quantity of items, Tilt and Whatnot, live stream selling is an absolutely unbelievable market. Let me just run through some of the maths with you. If you can find 30 pairs of shoes every single day that profit you £10 a pair over on Tilt and Whatnot. By the way, as you get better, learn, grow and experience, you could easily make that 10, 20 without a doubt. But let's say 30 pairs at £10 profit. That is £300 profit per stream. If you do this daily throughout the month, that is over £10,000 a month, all from 30 pairs of shoes that you're able to sell in an hour without taking any photos of, dealing with any listing hassle like that. Is absolutely wild. So that is the basis of Vinted reselling, what you need to get started and how you can go about doing it. However, if you do want to learn more on how to get started now and unlock thousands and thousands of pounds worth of profit every single month, guaranteed, check the link in the description. You will not regret it. Guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.